Hi everyone, welcome to another episode by Poor Man Gamer. Today I'm going to show you guys how it is possible to win without scouting. Occasionally you're going to get caught with your pants down and you're going to lose, but the advantage of not having a 10 Tiberium unit is that your entire deck as a whole becomes much stronger. So this is a Nod deck that I've been playing around with for a little while. I also have a very effective one for the GDI, which I'll share in the next video. So in this deck composition here, there's me on the right hand. There's me on the right hand side, and my opponent's on the left. In this deck, I start with a War Factory open, and I typically open either with a bike or a buggy. I usually wait a little bit just to see what's going on, see what the opponent sends my way. If I don't see anything, I will usually open with a bike or a buggy. Depends on my mood, right? Buggy, I would say 80% of the time. Occasionally, I open with a bike. This time, I felt like opening with a bike because I didn't see anything. Usually if people are sending infantry or anything like that, they would have sent it right away. He opens with an air deck because I guess he assumes that I would be sending infantry, right? He didn't scout either. And so as you can see here, it gets himself in a bad matchup. I'll go ahead and engage his Banshee on one side and I pressure his Harvester. And bang, down goes his Harvester now. And Banshees are great and all, but when you have this much anti-air being pressed against you, you're not going to have much of a chance. So this stage of the game is pretty much over. There's no way he can recover from this. I roll it a buggy, just in case he sends another, some infantry units. And as you can see, a Flame Squad isn't going to do anything against the bike. So I mercifully just finish him off pretty quickly here. I just keep hammering away. And as you can see, the game's over pretty quickly. So effective way for you to... Not the greatest example of the power of this deck, but as you can see here, instead of scouting and wasting 10 Tiberium, you just wait a little bit, and the entire deck, the entire match, I have a much stronger units all throughout. So let's show you a second match here against a much higher level opponent. As you can see, we're fairly matched. I'm all 10s, and with my Scorpion tank just getting to 11. Thank you, Clan America, for getting me there. And this guy's got all 8s and 9s and 10s, so we're pretty evenly matched in this game. Once again, I do not open with a scout, which a lot of people think is a big gamble, and it really is, right? I'll show you the last match where I got caught in my pants down. This map is pretty big. If you were to rush me, I have lots of time to recover, so I go ahead and open with a Harvester and then a War Factory. I'm waiting to see what he does. I don't see anything. I immediately open with a Nod Buggy. Almost always against GDI opponents, they either gonna open with Rhino like you see there, or they open with infantry, which is why against GDI, using this deck, I open with a Nod Buggy. Against Nod, it's more of a crapshoot, and I open with a bike or a buggy. But against GDI, it's almost always I open with a Nod Buggy. So I go ahead and engage his Rhino there, just putting a little bit of damage on him, you know, and I go ahead and roll the tank. The error he made was that he opened with a Pitbull, and I didn't expect him to follow up with a MLRS so quickly, right? So I kind of back off here because I don't want to get myself in trouble. My Nut Buggy, just to do a little bit more damage against him. In this matchup, the Nut Buggy offers no value, which is why I am pressing his MLRS and doing the chip damage, whatever I can on him. On his MLRS. The missile is not, you know, I'm in a good position right now. Missile is not anywhere near done. My bike's in a good place. My Scorpion tank is right there to help me finish off his Pitbull, right? I shouldn't have any problems taking out his Pitbulls there with my level 11 Scorpion tank. I'll go ahead and roll my Scorpion tank to the top. I know I'm going to lose this matchup against the jump jet troop, so I'll leave my tank there because there's nothing I can do. I go ahead now and still stalling out the missile. I see his jump jet, that's why I open with a Flame Squad. Missile's got time. I send my Flame Troop down. Now his jump jet is stuck on the top because you can't really move it, right? If he moves it, he's going to lose his missile. Rhino's not going to kill me fast enough. I protect my Scorpion tank with another Flame Troop there. I use my bike to engage his Rhino on the bottom. And as you can see, as he's occupied with my Flame Troop, at the top, I roll my I roll another set to his jump jet squad. So now I put him in an impossible position because he can't jump on all 3 tiles right now. He's trying to use his Rhino and smartly counter me, and so I am able to pick up this first missile win. I'm already using my Scorpion tank to roll down to try to pressure his Harvester, and I move my Flame Squad away because the missile's going to take some time to charge up now. So again, with all this pressure, I'm just trying to kill off his Harvester, right? I should have engaged my Scorpion tank to the top to engage his Rhino. Little miss micromanagement there. That's okay. I'm still trying to pressure his Harvester, which is why I leave my Flame Squad there. He should have body blocked his that bottom tile entirely. He didn't. I don't want to entirely lose my Flame Squad, which is why I roll out with another Scorpion tank. Out comes the Banshee, because I noticed that he keeps putting out Jump Jet Squad again as his main counter against my Scorpion tanks. I figure with a Banshee, I can finally take out his Harvester, which I do. I'm letting him charge the missile for me. Everything that's on the map right now, he's pretty weak off. I want him to get rid of my Flame Troop. I don't want it. I open with the Seth Jopa to the top. I'm letting him charge the missile for me for now. Right? Out comes my Scorpion tanks to take out his Pitbulls, which is a pretty weak matchup for him. Right? I take it out one at a time. Bang, down goes his... I do see his MLRS, which is why I sacrifice one tank. Not a big deal. I rush up with a second tank. I thought it would be sufficient to take him out, but unfortunately not. So I go ahead and roll my Banshee, take out his Pitbull, because not a big deal, right? I roll out my tank, and as long as I take out his Pitbull, I'm in good shape, which I do. Out comes the Banshee, in which his MLRS is gonna be powerless against me, right? My Flame Troop obviously is gonna be able to take a bit of damage. So now I'm able to move my units a little bit. I put 2 on. His MLRS can't take out my level 11 tanks, right? I roll out my Flame Troop, and I'm on 2 tiles. He's either going to body block me or he's going to control his units on the bottom. And we were able to pick up this win. This deck, pretty versatile against a pretty good opponent. I like this deck. It really shows the flexibility I have in this deck, right? And I'll show you guys one more win against a pretty good opponent, and I'll show you guys how I got my pants caught. Caught me in my pants now. So I do not scout again. It's a War Factory open because I don't have scout units. All six units that I do have, they're pretty strong, right? And it puts me in a good position for the later on in the game because I have flexibility. Here I actually replace my Harvester ready. I actually do have a Phantom sitting there in case there's air units. Against GDI, as always. Not always, but 99% of the time I open with a Nut Buggy. I do see he's got a double Harvester here, so that tells me that he's trying to roll up something strong. I wait for a split second to see what he's going to roll out before I roll out my bike. He didn't really push anything out, so I go ahead and use my bike to pressure him. Because I do see he's got a... opens with an air tower. I don't know what he's thinking. With that... air tower, with that Orca Bomber. But anyway, maybe he's a new player, he obviously spent money, because the Orca Bomber just came out and he's already at level 10. But I am able to pressure him, take out both his Harvesters. As you can see here, the Orca Bombers are pretty strong against ground units, but they're completely useless against air. And this is why I also have a Phantom in my deck, right? To quickly knock out his air units. So bang bang, down he goes. Now he's got a whole bunch of laser squads. My Banshee's going to continue putting pressure on his Harvesters. I pull it back now. I'm going to get the missile going. I move my Flame Troops on the bottom. Not sure why I did that. Not very smart. So the Phantoms can actually attack the enemy building, but it can't attack the Lieutenant's Strong Arm, which is a shame. I really hope they change that so that Phantoms can attack all buildings. And as you can see here, I didn't do a great job managing. I allow his... laser squads to put me in a bind, but fortunately I am still able to charge up this missile pretty quickly. Those Orca Bombers have a lot of health, and I stopped one short, bang bang, there you go. And finally able to take him out. Now I'm stuck with 2 Phantoms not doing anything, so I go and just strike his base. A lot of times that's what you do, right? So bang bang, bang bang. What I should have done was swap my stronger unit to the top, my weaker unit to the bottom. I didn't do that, and he's able to knock me out. I go ahead and just able to use my Phantom to attack his base. As you can see on the top there, he's got his APC. He's got some pretty strong units, and he's not able to do enough damage on my deck. So I go ahead and just send my Phantoms and crush his base. The end. Right. So guys, don't open with an Orca Bomber. Right. Not a smart move. And really, the emphasis there. I didn't play a great game in that last match. I really didn't. But the point I'm trying to make is, if you don't have a scout unit, it gives you another tile slot, like another unit slot, to put something stronger to the front. I don't use Infernals, I use Banshees because my Infernal's only level 8, and 99% of the time, the matchup is not in my favor, right? I can't one-shot a lot of the vehicle units, and so unfortunately, my Inferno is not viable yet, right? If it was a little higher level, it would be. Was this the match I want to show you guys? No, I'm sorry, that's not the match I wanted to show you. The match I wanted to show you guys is the, this one here, where he caught me with my pants down. He was able to roll out with a Scorpion tank start, because it's a small map. What I should have done was wait a split second to see what happens. And so I would say 9 out of 10 times opening a Harvester is pretty safe. Whatever they send to rush over, I can survive that rush by countering it. The one situation where it can't happen is this. I made a mistake of opening a buggy. 99, like I said, I usually open with a bike. And because he's got a Scorpion tank, not much I can really do, right? I try to protect my Harvester as best I can, but you're going to see here, he pressures me really, really well with those tanks, and even though I am able to roll my own tank, it's just too little too late, and the game's going to be over from here on, right? He's going to destroy my base. I don't have any economy. He's obviously got a huge jump on me, right? And even though I'm doing the best I can to survive, game is over. So yeah, this is one of those rare matches where you will lose because they tank rushed me and I lost the early match. But I would say 9 out of 10 times you're safe. So if you guys don't want to use scout units because you feel that the opponent's higher level, you could go ahead and give this deck a try, right? And I'll show you guys here the deck that I'm using one more time. It's a flame troop, bike, not buggy, Scorpion tank, Banshee, and a Phantom. And if you have an Infernal that's high level, feel free to use it. So go ahead and comment on the bottom. Let me know what you guys think of this deck. And as always, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.